New Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has wavy perforations that tear so much better for a smooth, more enjoyable go. Charmin, enjoy the go.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, new tonight on CBS.
Every team needs a leader.
Man down! These guys are everywhere!
I'm that leader.
SEAL Team, next Thursday on CBS.
Friday, find out the fan favorite episode number 5 as we count down to number 1.
Couldn't be more sure.
Blue Bloods Classics on CBS.
Did Miss Gulch peddle or fly past your window today? I'll time out our wind gusts, plus tell you what's on the forecast table for Thanksgiving. Live from downtown Marquette, it's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, state legislators discussed the new energy legislation on its way to the governor's desk, what they said about how the bills could impact the UP at a town hall meeting tonight. Plus, one step forward for a committee in Delta County that's hoping to build a restaurant near a popular marina. And a rise in anti-Semitism, particularly around college campuses, following the Hamas attack on Israel in early October. How Congress is addressing it. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
We had a blustery day today and unusually warm too. So Ariane, what's ahead tonight?
We did have a very warm day. We actually set a record. I'm going to tell you about that in just a moment. Tonight though, Sarah, we are expecting cloudy conditions. We do still have gusts, as you can see, most of those coming from the northwest. Ironwood about 18 miles an hour. 30 up there in Copper Harbor, and of course a little breezy by the bridge. But like I mentioned, we did set a record today of 60 degrees. The previous record is from 2015, and then that record low, we didn't quite break that, -5, and that is all right. We've got a cold front moving in and some chances of precipitation overnight. I'll tell you more after the break.
Thank you very much, Ariane. New at 11, a Marquette man is dead after a fire in Ontonagon Township. Michigan State Police say it happened Wednesday evening around 6:30. An 84-year-old man was using a burn barrel when the fire spread into a grass fire. While he was trying to put it out, he caught on fire and ultimately died of his injuries. MSP says the victim's name will not be released, and the incident is still under investigation. Some UP state lawmakers are addressing the recently passed energy package, which could have a major impact on residents in the UP. Legislators held a town hall in Marquette Township tonight to hear from constituents. WZMQ Scott Minshaw was there.
He has to go through.
Marquette Township Hall was filled tonight as Republican Senator Ed McBroom, Representative Greg Marketing, and Representative Dave Preston discussed the newly passed energy legislation.
I ran an amendment in the Senate.
A number of residents expressed concern that the bills will take zoning authority for renewable energy projects away from local governments and give it solely to the Michigan Public Service Commission.
This is incentivizing private property owners to jump this ship and potentially surround their neighbors' homes, take their farmland from the people they've been leasing from, cut down trees, whatever it takes, so they can have this large contiguous acreage and then get this very generous benefit to put up solar panels on their property.
According to Senator McBroom, as of now, farmers in the UP pay around $20 to $50 per year to lease an acre of land. He expects landowners could be offered up to $1,800 a month per acre to lease land for clean energy projects.
It's going to change the whole landscape of our communities in Michigan. Agriculture is our #2 industry. We're feeding people, millions of people.
The Republican legislators say they're also concerned the energy legislation will shut down 13 reciprocating internal combustion engines, or RICE generators in the UP. They were installed in 2019 after the Presque Isle power plant was removed. Representative Preston says carbon emissions have decreased 86% since then, and that the legislation doesn't take that into account. He says the bills could require the $600 million generators to close early to meet new emission standards.
You're going to be looking at several millions of dollars that are going to need to be recouped if those rice burners go down before their expected date of 2049, actually beginning in 2050.
The package has cleared through both chambers of the state legislature. It will now go to Governor Whitmer's desk, where she is expected to sign it into law. Scott Mitchell, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
Perhaps need to.
Democratic State Representative Jen Hill was not at that meeting tonight. Senator McBroom tells us she had another commitment tonight, though she was invited to attend. Escanaba's municipal marina is on its way to getting an upgrade. The Harbor Advisory Committee is looking to open a restaurant. Tonight, the City Council voted to allow the committee to begin requesting proposals for the project. It has not been determined exactly where the restaurant would go, but the city manager says a business at the marina would generate revenue to fund needed improvements.
Station, dock replacements coming, certain maintenance of the grounds, so an additional revenue source that isn't a tax certainly can help fund operations down there.
The mayor pro tem says the request for proposal is broad, allowing for future discussion and ideas for a potential restaurant to be considered. Moving forward, Harbor administration will now solicit proposals for the restaurant. A Marquette utility company is looking to fill an empty seat on its board, and applications are now being accepted. The Board of Light and Power is looking for a new member after Paul Schlegel had to resign because he was elected to the city commission. The city now has 60 days to fill the position, and whoever is appointed will get a behind-the-scenes look at the utility services in the city while helping out their neighbors.
One of the major benefits of being in a role like this is being able to understand the utility better. I mean, you get to see pretty much all the working aspects and how we operate, and also it's a great service to the community.
Applications are due next Friday, the 24th. The City Commission is expected to make an appointment to the board December 11th. A space engineering company in Marquette just received a major grant to help it expand. Carl Morris Incorporated received a $5 million grant to support its expansion and an upcoming International Space Station project in 2024. The company is designing and creating machines that clear debris from old rockets and satellites up in space. KMI says clearing material that can travel around 17,000 miles per hour is a safety mission more than anything.
Applications of any kind, when we're linking to the Super Bowl and sending out commercials and anything else, all of that relies on satellites in space to communicate all of that technology. So anything that poses a threat to that, in this case space debris, is a very big problem.
Right now, KMI's tentative date to demonstrate their engineering is in 2024, with the first craft launch in 2026. Downstate Benton Harbor's drinking water has met state and federal standards for the second year in a row. This comes after it was discovered that city residents' water was contaminated with lead back in 2021. But the mayor says there's still plenty of progress to be made. Leo Goldman tells us what that means for Benton Harbor homeowners.
It's been about 6 months since the last lead service line was removed from the city of Benton Harbor. Now, Mayor Marcus Muhammad says it's time to get all the lead pipes and water fixtures out of city homes. An executive order for Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer ensured the beginning of lead service line removal back in 2021. While that did help make significant progress in the city's water crisis, the next step is getting that lead out of inside Benton Harbor's homes.
We have over 550 homes that have had all of the plumbing removed, replaced with new plumbing, new faucets, new fixtures, new hot water heater. Some homes that qualify, new windows, new doors. And this is a program through the Clean Home program through the state of Michigan.
The mayor stressed that while this initiative is not required per se, it's something he strongly recommends for those in his city.
We found in the testing and the studies that not only does lead contamination come through the lead line, but also if it's not removed from the home, then you may still have that problem. So it's not a state mandate as the lead service line.
The process of removing lead from the home will not cost the homeowner any additional money. The funds for this are coming from multiple federal government sources, including the American Rescue Plan, the Booker Funds, and the state of Michigan's Health and Human Services Department.
It's a health hazard. I mean, lead, as you know, we all have learned in this process, is a neurotox. And, you know, while the funding is here and the opportunity is available, you know, we're encouraging all residents to fill out the application through the state of Michigan and apply to get those funds.
Mayor Mohammed feels this initiative will continue to point his city in the right direction from both a health and economic development standpoint.
In Washington, late last night, the U.S. Senate voted 87-11 to pass a continuing resolution to keep the government up and running through the holidays. The House passed Speaker Mike Johnson's stopgap measure on Tuesday with 209 Democrats and 127 Republicans supporting it. The CR will fund agriculture, transportation, housing and urban development, and Veterans Affairs departments through January 19th. It will fund the Defense Department and other remaining parts of the government through early February. It's a clean resolution, meaning there were no spending cuts that could have alienated Democratic support, which was crucial for it to pass the House. The short-term funding plan, however, does not include support for Israel nor Ukraine.
We must finish passing President Biden's emergency supplemental with aid to Israel, Ukraine, humanitarian assistance for innocent civilians in Gaza, and funds for the Indo-Pacific. So I hope we can come to an agreement, even if neither side gets everything they insist on. But we will be working on it immediately when we get back after Thanksgiving.
Again, this is a short-term or stopgap measure to keep the lights on into the new year. The stage is set for a showdown in early 2024 when all the pieces to the appropriations puzzle will need to be finalized. Republican Representative Jack Bergman and both of Michigan's Democratic senators voted yes for the measure. There's been a rise in anti-Semitism across the nation, especially on college campuses, ever since the Israel-Hamas conflict began early last month. Protecting Jewish students was the topic of a congressional hearing, but the focus of that hearing turned into a fight over diversity, equity, and inclusion offices. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp has the report.
Students are being assaulted. Students are being threatened.
Since the Israel-Hamas conflict began in early October, agencies say there's been an increase in reports of anti-Semitic threats, including at Cornell University, where a student has now been charged and arrested for posting threats to kill members of the university's Jewish community. In a House congressional hearing, the hearing's topic was about anti-Semitism on college campuses, but it quickly shifted into a fight over diversity, equity, and inclusion offices on college campuses.
Evidence shows that campus DEI bureaucracies play a major role in propagating the spread of anti-Semitism. There's a dirty little secret at the heart of DEI as it seeks to dismantle systems of oppression. The DEI hierarchy places the Jewish people at the very bottom of the oppression spectrum.
Republicans have often criticized DEI offices as a waste of federal dollars.
I hope my Republican colleagues will denounce the culture wars that have distracted us from protecting our vulnerable students, and I hope we can all stand behind the Biden administration's critical work to ensure that every student and educator has access to a campus free from discrimination, harassment, and violence.
But one witness argues while DEI offices might not have been set up initially to help Jewish students, the programs can be changed.
And we need recognition that anti-Semitism is serious. And that's why organizations like the American Jewish Committee and the Anti-Defamation League see DEI as a critical framework for their work. They're investing in DEI-compatible education material about anti-Semitism. It's true, Jews don't fit neatly into the protected categories. It's not rocket science to fix that. So enhance it.
At the Capitol, Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
Your first morning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, a newer music group in Escanaba is ready to take listeners back in time this weekend. We'll tell you where you can catch Esky Baroque. And later, Amazon warns customers of online scams and how to avoid falling victim. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Menards 11% sale ends Thanksgiving Day.
Don't miss out. Protect your home against the elements with quad window, door, and siding sealant. Its all-season formula provides superior caulking performance and strong adhesion. Get a 10-ounce tube for $5.99 after rebate. Update your home with new flooring with Great Lakes vinyl plank. It's durable, waterproof, easy to install, and features an attached pad for comfort. Traverse is just $3.49 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
At John's Auto, we love our new location. Is that right? Because it lets us serve you better. What did I say?
I think so.
10 million people call Michigan home. The state capital since 1847 is in Lansing, and decisions made in this building affect you and the Upper Peninsula. I'm WZMQ 19 Sophia Murphy, uncovering what's really happening here every day, tracking issues about your health and the environment, taxes and roads, schools, and safety. Reports direct from the Capitol, only on your WZMQ 19 News.
Sophia Murphy, reporting live from Lansing, exclusively on 19 News.
Perry Mason is the perfect entertainment for day and night. During the day, it's a great, juicy courtroom drama.
You killed Polly first to get rid of her.
And at night, it's a perfect, spooky murder mystery. It's Perry Mason.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. on MeTV 19.1.
I'm Sophia Murphy at the Capitol in Lansing, only on WZMQ 19 News.
WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
A windy day that we've had today, and we're going to see those winds continue, especially up on the Lake Superior and down in Lake Michigan, where we could see big waves down here up to 16 feet. But again, these gale warnings continuing overnight into our Friday. And then taking a look at special weather statement. Right now, we've got loose Chippewa and Mackinac counties, as well as the northern Lower Peninsula. And then over here in Wisconsin, basically very high gusty winds continuing up to 45 miles an hour. So just a heads up if you're in those locations. And then Lakeshore flood advisory for Delta as well as South Schoolcraft County. That goes until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Just be aware there could be some minor flooding going on. Right now, winds, which has been the big story this week, coming from primarily the north. We've got gusts up to 30 miles an hour up there in Eagle Harbor. And then tomorrow we'll see these winds finally just kind of chill out, take a break, and then they'll change direction a few times. We'll have them mostly, though, coming out of the west. We'll have a shift here where things are coming out of the southwest, and then eventually we'll see those north winds push back in a few more times. Right now, those temperatures in that 35 to even 50 degrees. We do have some showers, most of that activity, though, in the east portion. I'll show you in just a moment. Colder temperatures for the weekend, but especially tomorrow, friends. We've got temperatures 30 to 45, which has been our low for the past couple of evenings, and then our lows dropping back down into that 25 to 35 degree range. We are expecting, though, some sunshine for the weekend, which I like that. So like I mentioned, showers mostly over here in the eastern corner of the UP. We'll expect some clouds in the morning, maybe some snow showers late tonight into our morning. But other than that, fairly clear evening on Friday night. And then looking ahead to Saturday, we do have a little bit of cloud coverage. And then we'll see mostly sunny skies. Could see a mix of rain and snowfall further in the east corner here of the UP on that Saturday, and then maybe some snow showers mixture in Sault Ste. Marie later on that evening. Taking a look at Thanksgiving. That's next week, y'all. My goodness. So where are we? Which turkey are we going to be? 3 out of 4. We're going to be snowy, we're going to be cold, and it is going to be breezy, but we're used to that. We're Yoopers. We got the 7-day outlook for Marquette. Like I mentioned, fairly dry conditions. Those temperatures, though, dropping down. Will warm up just a scotch there on our Saturday. And then looking at our Thanksgiving week, if you've got travel plans, make sure you're checking in with us here and also with the National Weather Service, as we've got some blustery conditions returning, as well as snow showers. Could get a little icy as you see those temperatures in the 20s. I've got your Escanaba 7-day outlook in 15.
Thank you very much, Ariane. A recently formed ensemble is taking Escanaba back in time through music. Esky Baroque plays music from artists like Bach and Vivaldi from the early 1600s to the mid-1700s. The ensemble plays a range of instruments, including the viola, the recorder, and even a harpsichord. This Saturday at 7 p.m., the group will perform at the First Presbyterian Church. Members say they aim to play Baroque pieces stylistically, showcasing the variety and creativity of that time period.
Well, today there's music in bars or there's music in churches, and the Baroque era was the same. There was music in salons or royal homes. So a lot of this music, like say Vivaldi, he was writing music for all those environments as well.
In place of tickets, attendees are asked to make a free will donation at the door. Ladies in Marquette snagged some deals tonight for the first Ladies' Day Out event. Instead of offering special deals for just a few hours in the evening like in the past, more than 70 local businesses offered sales for the whole day. Business owners say events like this support local businesses and gets people outside before the long winter takes hold.
Give out free things and help out the community. Today we're giving out a shirt, says you don't need a reason to help people. Been here for probably 5 years now. I moved up here not knowing anybody, so then like starting in this business, it was easy for me to connect with everyone, and now I feel like I'm a part of the community now.
The Marquette DDA also encouraged shoppers to purchase and fill out a passport for a chance to win some prizes, with all of the money from passport purchases going toward the Women's Center. Amazon is warning about 2 new scams. It comes as con artists are targeting shoppers looking for holiday deals. Michael George has the details.
Amazon handles millions of purchases during the holiday season, and con artists are trying to take advantage. The company says scammers pretending to be Amazon are sending out emails with an attachment like this example, warning your account will be suspended or put on hold in order to try to get your login credentials or payment information. And some Prime members are receiving fake texts, calls, and emails claiming there's a membership issue that requires payment or bank information.
And so far this year, we've taken down over 45,000 websites, taken down over 15,000 phone numbers that bad actors had been using.
These Amazon scams are just the latest tactics cybercriminals are using to target shoppers this time of year. The FBI says 12,000 Americans reported losing money during last year's holiday shopping season. Those scams include social media posts offering gift cards, online surveys designed to steal personal information, and fake messages advertising hard-to-find items.
And it turns out it's taking you to a fake website with a lot of times really too good to be true prices on items that may be out of stock elsewhere.
Melanie McGovern with the Better Business Bureau says delivery scams are also common, with criminals posing as your delivery service, sending out texts with fake links designed to steal info.
Don't click on the link, don't give them any information. We definitely encourage everybody to go to the website of the delivery service directly.
Experts say thinking twice before you click on a link can save you from becoming a scam victim.
Amazon says it has shut down more than 45,000 phishing sites and more than 15,000 scam phone numbers. Still ahead tonight, how doctors are working to lower the number of early births in the U.S.
I'm telling you, you're country.
I'm about to show Blake Shelton how country I can get.
That was my hillbilly kicking in, my country, my swag.
You're way countrier than I am. I've never ridden a bull.
Plus, an 81-year-old power lifter raises the bar.
Give her a hand!
On the Jennifer Hudson Show.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
Wait a second. You're saying I'm not invincible? So you can see me right now?
New tonight on CBS. I thought it was just a rash, but it had a bullseye ring around it. My doctor said it was a tick bite. Luckily, we caught it early.
Ticks found in tall grass around your home can spread Lyme disease and other illnesses, which can lead to chronic health issues. The CDC estimates nearly 500,000 people across the country are diagnosed with Lyme disease each year.
I didn't understand why my brother was having so many asthma flare-ups. Sometimes he couldn't breathe. Turns out a roach problem at home was triggering it.
Allergens left behind by dust mites, roaches, and rodents are a major driver of asthma attacks, especially in children.
When I had a fever, body aches, and fatigue, I never thought it would have been West Nile virus. All it took was a mosquito bite while gardening.
Mosquitoes spread West Nile virus and many other diseases, and they can breed in standing water around your home. Protect your family from pests. Get the facts at pestworld.org.
Hi, Paul.
Meet Opie Taylor. He's dramatic. A dreamer.
I wish that I get a B in arithmetic.
But most of all,
I think you're the best sheriff in the whole world.
he's devoted to Dad. It's Andy and Opie on The Andy Griffith Show.
Weeknights at 8 on MeTV 19.1. Watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
The U.S. is among the most dangerous developed nations for childbirth. That's according to a new report that shows over 10% of births were preterm last year. Naomi Ruckham has the report.
The preterm birth rate in the U.S. remains near an all-time high, according to the March of Dimes annual report card. Data of preterm births from the CDC finds 10.5% of births happened before 37 weeks of pregnancy in 2021, the highest percentage ever. In 2022, that number dropped to 10.4%, a negligible difference, according to the head of the March of Dimes.
When we see a slight improvement over last year, is that enough?
Really, if you look at the data over the last 20 years, we haven't made any improvements, and it's really going in the wrong direction.
The March of Dimes gives the U.S. a D+ grade, and 8 states plus Puerto Rico earned an F.
That's where we see chronic conditions like hypertension, the diabetes, smoking, obesity.
The data also highlights significant racial disparities. Black and Native American women are 54% more likely to have a preterm birth compared to white women. Preterm birth is one of the leading causes of infant death in the U.S., and CDC data shows the infant mortality rate rose 3% last year, the largest spike in over 2 decades.
I can't believe that Black babies are 2 times more likely not to make their first birthday compared to their white counterparts.
The new report also shows maternal deaths have almost doubled in the United States since 2018.
The March of Dimes is urging more states to extend postpartum Medicaid benefits from 60 days to a full 12 months. It also wants more states to provide 12 weeks of paid family leave. In other health news tonight, a 4th COVID shot could be life-saving for patients with autoimmune rheumatic diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis. Treatment for these chronic inflammatory disorders typically involves drugs which can weaken the body's response to the COVID vaccine. Researchers at Mass General Brigham found that a 4th vaccine dose could save lives and reduce hospitalizations. The U.S. is among 7 countries that account for the largest number of cancer deaths related to smoking tobacco. British researchers also determined that smoking, together with 3 other preventable risk factors, alcohol, obesity, and HPV infections, caused almost 2 million deaths each year. And while telehealth visits are more convenient, a new study in JAMA finds it's more effective to see your doctor in person. Researchers say that while the rate of completing referrals and diagnostic tests is low overall, patients are more likely to close the diagnostic loop if the referral is ordered during an in-person doctor visit. We enjoyed some unseasonable warm days this week, but we are slowly dropping back down into cooler weather. Ariane has the outlook on the way, and the whole Thanksgiving dinner wrapped up in desserts. We'll show you in our final story after this break.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
Another thrilling week to play football. The NFL on CBS. Catch all the action this week on WZMQ 19. It's a doubleheader Sunday with Pittsburgh taking on Cleveland at 1 and the Jets play at Buffalo at 4:25. See you this Sunday for the NFL on WZMQ 19, home of the 2024 Super Bowl.
Is a proud provider of auto owners insurance. Auto Owners, for your life, home, car, and business.
Meet Mike Baxter, pioneer.
Dad, how do you kill an elk?
Wait outside the lodge until last call, then hit it with a tire iron.
Frontiersman.
Pheasant hunting is ridiculous. All the running and the chasing and the fetching.
That's what the dog's for.
But Maddie did such a good job. Who's a good girl?
Legend.
I have a 60-year-old truck and a 30-year-old marriage. You should be happy that I am stuck in my old ways.
I do love that truck.
No wonder he's the last man standing.
Those were the days.
Here's to yesterday.
Sundays on MeTV 19.1.
We are cooler way over in the west. We'll see those temperatures in just a little bit, but still a little warm over here in the east with 50-degree range, 50 to 55. Those winds coming out of the north, northwest, I know. We will stop talking about those hopefully tomorrow, at least for another week. And then taking a look at Friday, we'll expect temperatures to average around 33 degrees there in the morning at 7. And then when your student is over with their school day, about 38. So not warming up a whole lot. Could see some gusts here and there. Taking a look across the UP on Friday, those temperatures very chilly, 35 to about 45 degrees. Saturday will warm up mostly into those 40s, but again, we are expecting a lot of sunshine. Our 7-day outlook for Escanaba warming up to 48 on Saturday. And then looking ahead to Thanksgiving down south there, 70% chance of rain and snow mixture on Tuesday, and then possibly seeing that on Wednesday, maybe partly sunny for Thanksgiving.
Finally tonight, if you are looking to have Thanksgiving dinner and dessert all in one, an ice cream shop has you covered. Baskin-Robbins is debuting its flavor of the month called Turkey Day Fixins. It melds together all your favorite sweet and savory sides, sweet potatoes, cornbread, and cranberry sauce. The unique flavor is a surprising combination of sweet potato and autumn spice ice cream mixed with honey cornbread pieces and swirls of ocean spray cranberry sauce. I might actually try that.
I would try it,
Yeah.
and I think the closest one is in Green Bay.
So
I'll be there Sunday, so maybe I'll pick some up for us.
Oh my gosh. You were telling me last night you've got a cookbook that has recipes like this, or an ice cream recipe.
Yes, there's a shop out in Portland, Oregon called Salt and Straw, and there's an ice cream cookbook, which I do like to make some ice cream, but there's a whole chapter dedicated to Thanksgiving.
Is there turkey ice cream?
Mm-hmm, there is. I haven't braved it yet.
Yeah. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Wait a second. You're saying I'm not invincible? So you can see me right now?
New tonight on CBS.
The UP helps those in need. I'm Ariane Stasek. WZMQ 19 is teaming with Goodwill to keep that winter chill away. And you can be part of Operation Warm Up. Bring new or gently used hats,